Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series in officially licensed cars engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the V8 Veterans RaceKraft Simulations Split 4 broadcast, coming to you tonight from the one and only Snetterton circuit in the beautiful countryside of England. Another typical English raceway located on an ex-RAF base. I'm John Van Ree. In the chat tonight, I have Jeff Sanford, Mark Dial, and Sean Slater. How are we, gentlemen?
Yep, good, thanks, mate.
Going good, thanks, John.
Very well.
And of course, big shout out to everybody already in the chat watching. Let's have a quick look at this unique circuit. And as I said, it is quite unique. It is built on an old RAF airbase. So we start on the famous centre straight, and then we head down into Richie's corner. Not Richie Varella's, it's Rich's. And then we come round Rich's, which is a big sweeping corner. The track narrows. And then we head down into Montreal, which is a very tight hairpin. And then we head up through the Palmer Curve down into the famous Agostini hairpin, which is a big, tight, sweeping left-hander. And then we head down the Hamilton into another left-hander through Oggies, and then we sweep back along Williams onto the Bentley Straight. Bentley Straight used to be a runway back in the day, and we head all the way down under the famous Snetterton Bridge through Brundle and make it pull up at Nelson. Very tricky to get the car to pull up there. And then we sort of come through Nelson, the right-hander. Then we sweep down through the Big Dip and the beautiful Canberra corner that is known as Bomb Hole, an actual bomb crater that was left on the airfield. And then we sweep up through Coram and then have to pull the car up into Murray's Bound, then head back down the famous centre straight to do it all over again. About a minute, 35, minute 32 was about the lap times. Interesting circuit, very flat, course being on a airfield, but I thought it produces some good racing and some interesting, very technical driving. What do you think, boys?
Silence.
Silence, yeah.
She was slippery. If you pushed it, it was one of those going slower is going faster.
Yeah, definitely had to behave yourself quite well. Let's have a look at the championship going into this one. And, of course, this contains one drop round. And on top of the board, we have Brad Hayes leading out Michael Power, Shannon McMillan, Rob Baxter sitting in fourth. Big talking point there about Baxter. Apparently he's got a huge bromance with Shane Patterson. And there's talk of both of them leaving and setting up Brokeback Racing. We'll talk about that later. Jeff Sanford sitting in fifth. Great effort there. He's only 9 points behind Baxter. Andrew Listener in sixth. Peter Wilkinson in seventh from Locked On Lads. Some other Muppet in eighth. Walden in ninth. Ray Smith sitting in 10th on that one, but bearing in mind he missed the first two races. So he will definitely move up the board when we put two drops in. And I think the other name down there is Zatera as well. He's had two missed races as well. Shane Patterson, he was missing this week, so that was a bit difficult to see him missing. And Dave Baldock was missing as well. Young bloke's car trouble. He had to go rescue his young bloke. So a few people missing. Anyway, we'll go back. We'll have a look at the grid now. Get that up on the screen for us to have a look at. So, Brendan Zatera from Player One, your teammate, Sando, sitting there on pole. Pretty chuffed. I think everybody has been penciling in Ray Smith for the last 3 weeks for pole position and usually by a dead set amount. But Zatera holds it from 0.04 of a second from Marty Hughes from Pacific Esports Racing. So great to see Hughesy on the front row as well. And then we have sitting in third, Ray Smith from Infinity Motorsports, who is the hot shoe at the moment to keep an eye on. Phil Whiting from Passion Sim Racing, the man waving the flag in the over 60s championships for us on Monday nights. And he started in fourth there and he starts in fourth here tonight. Jeff Sanford from Player One on the third row with Tommy DeWitt from WK&P. On the on the fourth row is Darren Walden in seventh from Angry Birds Racing, lining up alongside Oman Racing's Daniel Schaefer. On the fifth row is Brad Hayes from Apex Esports League, one of the top runners in the championship at the moment, and he lines up alongside Adam Hughes from Team AHM. In 11th from CX2, Rob Baxter lines up alongside Darren Friend from Old Mates and Sons as we then roll over the page. And Michael Power from Southern Cross Racing is sitting on the seventh row alongside Dave Holly from Player One Sim Racing. On the eighth row, Andrew Listener from Chic Racing is lined up alongside Vaughan Robinson. And then on the ninth row, we have Jason Chin from Fishy Motorsports lining up alongside Carl Pickering from Pico Industries. On the 10th row, Anita Buckland from Old Mates and Sons lines up alongside Tim Hall from Player One. On the 11th row, Peter Wilkinson from Locked On Lads lines up alongside John Van Ree from WK&P. And then on the 12th row, Kevin O'Neill from We Race lines up alongside Henry James Racing's Sean Slater. Long way back there, Slats.
Yeah, I haven't raced here for a long time, and in Gen 3 it was all new, so that's all right.
That's all right. Plenty of time to go. And then David Leslie was the next man on the grid from Bluebird Racing alongside Frog Leap Juice, Braden O'Loughlin. Martin Lipsky lined up in from Tulip Racing alongside Philip Marsh from PJM. And then on the 15th row, Jason Thomas from Apex Esports League lined up alongside Tim Vermey from 1MLT. On the last position on the grid was David Logsdale from Team AJR. And, of course, Travis is our race controller alongside Lucas Bird, of course, is our safety car, and Ross Watson starting from pit lane. So definitely an interesting looking grid there, boys.
Yeah. Smithy only getting third. That was a shock for me, given that he did a 51 in practice.
Yeah, he was firing, but I think when the pressure sort of came on that little bit in quali, he was left a little short. Now, I have been promised, or I've been threatened to be in trouble if I don't show what's about to happen next. Somebody decided to turn the engine off, thinking, "Cool," which is a done thing, and then decided to just tweak the fuel numbers in the spreadsheet, and then did not click on the screen again. So we'll light the week on this, and we'll see what happened to that somebody. Somebody's not moving. Oops.
There you are.
Somebody sat there for 20 seconds, was about to call a tow, and then was clicking and hitting everything, and then went, "Oh my God!" And then the engine started. But Zatera got the great start on his here. My volume's probably a little bit low on my ears. Hopefully that's a bit louder. That's an annoying sound for everybody else.
I can't hear it at all, but
You won't hear it in Discord.
Yeah.
Engine noise is quite low. Anyway, it is a great little start. We're just going to drop back on Aaron Walden for a second. Coming down into Agostini. Too wide, going around the outside.
Look at the
A little bit of a tap. Oh, bit of contact. Let's go back. Hazy gets tucked back in behind there. And definitely going to have to do something about this sound. Oh.
Oops. There goes Darren.
Definitely moving through.
Race control, car 92.
That off. Don't need that one. So definitely got a reasonable start. Hazy's under control. Holly, listen to these boys here, 3 wide down the back straight. Of course, that's never going to end well coming in. To Brundle into Nelson. It looks like they've got themselves in a single file. Great bit of racing there. I'm just going to throw to an ad. Or no, we'll keep on this for a minute. So where our friend Mr. Watson is. Ross was going to join us this evening. He's managed to get himself into the pack, so he's done pretty well. Starting out of pit lane, making up plenty of spots already. There's one of the interesting moves here coming into Murray's. It's the job, almost gets the job done.
Made it work.
Yeah, I've seen someone in split one didn't make it work last night though.
So Ross definitely moving forward here. Already up 5 spots. And just pinched the brake, went to the inside and did so well not to hit anybody. So I'd be pretty happy with that. And what we're going to do, we're just going to quickly go to a 10-second break and we'll be back with you very shortly. And we are back. I think I'm a bit more happier with that. A little bit more car noise. I know we're going to get some complaints. I kept going the way we're going. Phil Whiting, he's doing very well. He's up 1 spot into 3rd. He's got past Smith. Of course, lap 2 doing very well here.
He did what no one else could do, get past Ray.
I know, he's done very well. So Ray trying to catch up there, Mr. Smith. Of course, Mr. Smith winning the last 3 races. Laying down the gauntlet to these boys.
Tucked in here behind Ray, and I'm thinking, oh, I'm still keeping up with him. What's going on?
They're definitely settling in quite well. Like I said, Phil Whiting's been fast the last 2 Monday nights, or particularly last 2 Monday nights in the over 60s, I've been really impressed. He's been hanging out in 3rd and 4th place during the races and just showing some good enough speed to be there. You know, and we're talking, being ahead of guys like Pete Latham, Ed Cullen. You know, both of them neither are slouches.
Mm.
And up at Okayama, he was taking it to Jim Caparonis and Toddy Duggan as well. So that's up. He's going to go back, check on Dave Leslie. He's got Sean Slater putting a bit of pressure on him at the moment. What are you thinking about here, Slats? You've only made up 1 spot in the first lap. Usually you got a handful more than that.
Yeah, I'm just struggling a bit with bringing the car up to temp lanes. The Gen 3, it requires, there we go, moving around a bit. But you get to this sort of point in sort of the vortex of danger kind of position where you just, if you were going to shove it in there, it was going to be contact. So the amount of times I was either doing that and then like locking up brakes, fall back, and then you'd see someone else do the same move further up the road, and it was really tough to jam it in there, especially 3 laps into the race. I don't want to ruin anyone's race.
I'm just impressed you know what the vortex of danger is.
I was staying out of it last night. But it was tough because it was a real, like, you had to make that dive if you were close, and it was still going to be a dive, so yeah, no, stayed out of that.
But you didn't stay out of it a couple of weeks ago, and it wasn't you not staying out of it, it was someone else.
Yeah, well, there you go. That's right. Yes.
There's a spot. Slats.
Couple of
So
spots.
that was the point. Just keep pressure on and hope the guy in front made a mistake.
Yeah.
There's a couple of really fun corners on here too. Aggressive lads who are going around the Gen 3. That one near the sort of that dived out and sort of I don't know, it sort of dived into the corner, sort of flipped through there.
Hole.
Yeah. That was fun.
So what gear are you going through, Bumhole?
I don't know. I don't know. I've got bad enough time steering with them, let alone.
Yeah, fourth. Fourth's where I ended up being most comfortable with. Vaughan Robinson doing well. He's at 1 spot here.
Yeah. So impressed with the field of cars since for Gen 3. Everyone's done such a great job with their paints. Fantastic.
Yeah, Michael's in foreign territory there. He's back a bit further than I would have expected.
He didn't qualify as well as I thought.
Yeah, maybe dud quality can kill you. Especially on a track like this where you can't pass and it's hard to catch even back markers.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Just jump up forward. Rob Baxter trying to hunt down in front of him, Adam Hughes. Dave Warren tucked up behind him.
And it doesn't help when you blow the start either. No.
What do you mean you blow the start?
You've got to start first, John, before you can blow it.
Exactly.
No, I didn't. I didn't. I started the engine, but I just didn't get a very good launch. I just lit the wheels up, and I'm just watching two cars go 2 by 2 or damn. I need to turn one. It's like, God, someone's thrown an anchor on this thing. I wouldn't surprise if McKnight did on my car.
Actually, I do have to say thank you to Marshy for trying to bump start me anyway.
Yeah, that was funny.
Rob Baxter still under a fair bit of pressure from Walden.
Oh, he can make that car as wide as anything. Last week he killed me a couple of times trying to get past him.
Well, Baxter's been at the school of Patterson.
Yeah. Apparently had Pato spotting for him last night, so.
Yeah,
He was
Pato.
claiming that was the reason that there was a clean first lap.
No, Patterson. We found the common denominator.
Pato's good. I love racing against Pato.
Oh.
You always know what you're going to get.
Last week at Okayama, between us two, we set him up so well.
Andrew's trying to.
He's going
That's
to get
a
up there.
beautiful move.
He's there now.
Adelaide boy, I think Andrew. He's got
Yeah.
Adelaide paint on, so
Adelaide boy.
yeah. Slats and I are both from Adelaide.
I know. In Bulldog country.
Yep.
Yeah, we don't claim him though.
Whoa! It's like the scenic route.
Yep.
That's Darren's mowing.
Just check up on Phil. Phil in a bit of a good battle there. Andrew Lisner. It's a great little battle there on lap 5 for the boys.
So it fills up one spot. Ticking along.
One spot. Ray is starting to put the pressure on though. The screws are being turned. Jump on board. Infinity Racing outfit. A little bit of a flick there.
It wasn't hard to get a little flick last night.
Oh, you had to be so careful with the throttle.
Yeah.
You can throw a blanket over these three. Goodness.
Definitely. Great little battle. Husey Whiting. This is a battle for second, third, and fourth.
This is about the time that I started to feel like my tyres were going, and Tommy's right up my clacker, and I'm making mistake after mistake, and he's still keeping him away, and I'm thinking, jeepers, how is he not having tyre issues? And then they came back to me. That just must have just been in my head.
Yeah, it was,
They were too hot, maybe. I don't know. But,
I think you could overheat them quite easy here. I think I know when I went out in the last set, I did push for a little bit and then went, hang on. Not the greatest outcome for them. Bill having a bit of a look, bit of a brake check up. Oh, he's getting turned.
Oh no!
Being turned by Smith.
yeah, I came around the corner and saw that and went, what happened there?
That's what happened. That's allowed Tommy DeWitt to move up into fifth. Whiting now all the way back into sixth. Hey, Tommy keeping the pressure on you, Sando.
Yeah. I was watching him. I was watching my mirror a lot more than I wanted to.
I suppose it's only Tommy's third or fourth race. It's his fourth, I think. Yeah.
He's definitely quick though. But he's clean. That's the thing I find is good. Even across pretty much everyone in split 4 is
pretty keen. Pretty clean, sorry.
pretty clean and yeah.
Let's go look for a battle a bit further back. Michael Power, he's looking to make a move on Jason Chin.
Chinny's in foreign territory there as well.
We're up in 15th, up 2 spots. Starting to get a bit of pace in the car, I think, is Jason.
Yeah, but normally I'd see him, I reckon, you're used to seeing him up the front of the pack.
It's just how competitive the whole field is now.
Yeah, true. Yep.
Just going to go back for Robinson. There's a couple of good little battle packs a little bit further back here as we start lap 8. Now up forward to Dave Holly, Darren Friend.
See Pico back.
Yeah, been working FIFO.
Mm.
Shout out to Mark Dyer from Jamie McKnight. The chat. Dave here coming around through. Hamilton goes a little bit wide. That's allowed Friend to get through.
Yeah, that corner after Hamilton got me so many times.
You really need to get a good exit there to get yourself down in the Brundle with a bit of speed. I mean, a little bit hot. Oh, no. That's Holly off. That's cost him 4 spots.
I heard that on Discord, that one.
As jump on board Daniel Schaefer. He's got Phil Whiting tucked up behind him. Hazy back there in 8th still. Not used to seeing Hazy that far back.
Yeah, I think for Brad it came down to seat time this week. When he gets practice in, he's pretty much like Ray and Zats. It's just unstoppable almost. But yeah.
Definitely battling along. These guys having a ding-dong battle. There's a few good battles through the pack. Might just drop back to Andrew Lisner. Tucked up behind Rob Baxter. Adam Hughes in front, running the Nowra fastest livery.
Yeah, you can see just out the left, you can always see who's coming after you. If you got triples.
It was fun to see cars coming the other direction at various points because you see the crossbar, you see, oh yeah, there they go. Coming around next lap, there they are again.
You're going through that middle infield section, you knew that where 10, 15 seconds were.
Yeah. This was tricky.
Yeah.
Get it down into third, keep it off the curb, ride the curb on the way out, get a little bit of extra gun. Get it into 4th now early.
Yeah,
Power it out, run it out, drop it onto the curb out here. Max out the revs there, drop it back, and then just pick your time to bring it down the gears through here.
I held 3rd there.
Yeah, I couldn't make my mind up whether it'd be 2nd or 3rd. And straight into the pits, Lisner. Early pitter. There we go. First one. That wasn't part of what I was looking for, but anyway. Keep an eye on that.
Yeah, about 12 was my target.
Whoa.
Have another
Oh,
look.
oh, God.
Yeah, that was well held. Dropped Hazy off a bit.
As he comes Whiting again. Oh, geez, he did well to pull that up. That was stepping out. And that's Darren Friend getting on. He's back here under a bit of pressure as well. Got Darren Walden tucked in behind him, closing the gap down pretty quick. Walden a bit loose there though. That's allowed power to get back onto him. See how hitting that curve just really unsettled the car.
Yeah, couldn't touch it. Couldn't touch it.
If you could just kiss it, it was a really good exit. But, yeah, it's pretty hard to hit.
Kiss
Same
it.
with this left-hander coming up. This left-hander coming up, if you could just kiss the inside.
Your power just doing that then.
He was going to pit for a second.
Oh, Friendy going a bit wide. Rick having trouble getting on the throttle there. Probably cost him a couple of car lengths. Great little battle of this group. Still Walden having a really hard look here. He's going to go to the dive.
Well, there it is. And
Oi!
yeah.
Vortex of danger.
Yeah.
Let's jump a bit further up. Check on how our mate Bill Whiting's getting on. He's tucked up behind Daniel Schaefer. You can see Brad Hayes a bit further in the background there, and Adam Hughes. Of course, these guys are 5 seconds behind DeWitt. Amy McKnight implying this is a time when tyre management was really good. I think a lot of guys probably didn't manage the tyres as well as they could.
Seeing a bunch of pitters at the moment. Marty, Jeff, Tommy, all in.
Yeah. I think Marty, when he came in, I heard my spotter say he had a black flag. So I think he got a speeding in pits or something.
Oops.
Yeah,
that was pretty short stopping point. You had to get on the brakes real quick once you got in there.
Yeah, Whiting going for a look.
He's almost, he might be there this time.
Oh,
no.
Yeah, the other side.
Brad comes out. Positive.
Two goes in, one comes out.
Yep.
That's unfortunate for Phil. He was
very unfortunate.
Well.
So now we've got Sanford, Hughes, DeWitt, Slater, Adam Hughes, Michael Power, Tim Hall in the lane.
God, I had a hell of a surprise when I hit the pit lane for the first time because I hadn't pitted yet, and there was all these steps and the ramps in this pit lane.
Yeah, she bounces around a bit.
It wasn't pretty.
God. Did not see that coming.
Good thing you don't have a motion rig, maybe.
Oh, God.
Or maybe you do.
Well, it felt like it did.
Yeah.
I ended up overrunning my first stop because I sort of misjudged the stop with the hill.
So the leading cars out of the stoppers at the moment is you, Jeff. You're down in 15th.
Oh, that's right. Zat stayed out. Forgot about that. And so did Smithy.
Zat's on his way in now.
Yep.
So you got an extra
and
lap.
Hazy stayed out too. Yeah.
And what does Smithy do? Smithy should be in about now. Yep. What does Hayes do? Hayes knocking himself up the order a fair way here.
He's not going to miss.
There we go, Marty.
Surely.
Marty Hughes admitting he's sped in pit lane.
Yeah. That's unfortunate for him.
Yeah, Hayes coming through for the bonus point. So starting to see where these guys roll back out. Here comes Jeff.
That'll be why Marty ended up back where I was. He's been pinged for that.
That'll do it.
And the rest of that'll clean the field. Don't think you could have made another lap after that. That would have been maximum.
Yeah, you're pretty much pushing the limit. So Smith, Whiting, Walden, Schaefer, O'Neill, Baxter, Friend, Robinson, Chin, Buckland and Lipsky in the lane. So Sanford goes across, but we've seen Zatera and Smith get out in front. expect to see a few more in the lane. Just going to go back here, this group. Our good friend Carl Pickering. He's battling away with JT. Ross Watson's got himself up 8 spots from that pit lane start. Slater down 3 in 27th. Hughes, yeah, he's all the way back now in 28th. So that pit lane penalty, a big whack on the nose.
Is that usually a hold in the pits that you can't control? Or a drive-through? I can't remember.
I think I think it's a 3-lap drive-through. It's 3 laps to do.
Watson here trying to get a bit busy, as well as Slater. Oi!
Yeah, no.
I can't imagine what you said over the radio on that one, so that.
Love a good clean race. That's what I said.
Well, this is good hard racing here.
Yeah.
That was great.
Waiting for the mistake. Oi, Pico.
Yeah, so he's, yeah.
That's his little mistake.
Oh no, he moved across on me there, and then that was Carl suggesting I was flashing my headlights. I was.
Oh, and you're through.
Yeah.
And here's he through. And a little bit careful here. You keep yourself in check. Keep your rhythm under control. How are you, kid? And backed off a little bit, so I don't think he might have got a slowdown in there. Oh, he's on the radio. And
oh no.
Probably trying to call that one in and losing concentration again. There's Hayes and Holly are in the lane now. Adam Hughes and Lisner still battling pretty hard.
Getting 14 laps out of the first stint. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I need to find a better place for my radio switch because it's either upshifting or downshifting. On the moment, it's on my right hand. But, yeah, upshifting up straights on a track like this. Like race control. Wait, next gear.
Yeah. They're pretty patient when they hear people calling for that exact reason, I reckon, I would say.
Mm. Yeah, it's never an easy one to do. So let's jump back on with Lisner. 14, where's our friend Mr. Hayes? He's back behind these boys. He's under a bit of pressure from Chinny, so not moving through the field. Definitely going to be a tough run for the last few rounds, I think. Everything up for grabs.
Especially with 3 tracks that most people know.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the last 3.
Oi, Hazy. That's a mistake we don't normally see.
It kind of was easy through there because you're trying to carry so much speed and you get turned in. If it doesn't bite, there was zero margin for error.
In the meantime, Smith just does a 152.28.
Oh, he's on the charge.
Just a lazy time to roll out.
That's got a fair gap to him.
Listener and you still having a good little battle. Let's not stay this for a little bit longer. Power in the background there. Talon Cross Racing. Of course, how is Brendan at this stage, Jeff? Pretty relaxed?
Yeah, he's a pretty relaxed character anyway. I was telling him he should let Ray crash into him. hand over first spot. But that was all jokes. But yeah, he's doing pretty comfortable up there. I think he was a bit expecting Ray to be a lot closer as well.
It's going to be interesting. Long way to go in this championship still for Smith. Of course, and Zatera as well. They both missed the first 2 races, so don't really have margin for error over this and the next 3.
Is Ray based in WA as well?
Yes, I believe he is.
Yeah, so's Brendan. So, you know, sometimes work gets in the way. I will shout out to him last night. He his kid had a birthday and he almost missed the race because of the child's birthday, but he graced us with his presence, or the kid sacrificed it.
JT having a little whoopsie there. Brilliant. Maybe not.
Nah, I'm not sure what that was there, but as he came across, coming down that straight, I was on the outside, he sort of came across to me, and that's why I was slightly unimpressed.
Flash.
Yeah. Yeah. But, yeah. If I need to back out of it because you cut my nose off and you're getting a flash.
Marty Hughes hanging into the back of this group as well.
I had someone do that last night and just chucked that on the inside, and I don't know how far back he come from, so he got a flash.
Yep.
Start calling you the flasher.
Well, when it's Roy Clark, you know, sometimes you just can't help it.
Oi!
What was that?
That was a bit of a lock up there.
JT lock up, slats.
Yeah, so that was it's just the concertina effect of that motion. Like when the car in front doesn't make it, and then you're already committed, you're locking up. The guy behind you is locking up. It's just because you're trying to stay so close to try and get a run. That's what I was struggling with last night. It was really easy to defend. I'll have another look. Oh. They need to move that sign.
Oh, we get to see it at the end.
Did it again. Yeah.
He's cooked it in a bit hot. That's another one.
Yeah.
Well, that's one way to get past.
It's 2. I like how we get to see the imprint in the grass, so we know it's the second one that's done it.
Yeah.
Nice to get to recover, though. Wall's plenty far enough away at this place. Tim Hall having a bit of a look on him as well.
Yeah.
It's amazing what happens when you lose your rhythm after a moment. It takes a while to gather it all back up again.
Let's just jump on with Kevin O'Neill. He's under a bit of pressure from Ross Watson. There's some pretty good driving. Oh, we've seen so far just a few guys making some minor mistakes.
So what took here though? Anything minor turns into something major pretty quickly.
Oh, what's happened there?
Watson snuck through. Ran a little bit wide.
Blow down on this corner, if you got it, was killer.
Oh, yeah.
Luckily I only got him in practice, but it was like, oh, 2 seconds, what the heck?
Big enough whack on the nose to tell you not to.
Yep.
These boys pulling away from O'Neill quite well. It's going to go up to check on our mate Phil Whiting. Down 11 spots at the moment. Battling with Anita Buckland. Anita driving well, up 3 spots in 16th.
Just realised we're missing the other Phil from Lockdown.
No, he's there. He's in there.
I didn't see him on track, that's all.
Where are you, Wilco? I can't see him on my list. This is a bit embarrassing.
Ahead of
14.
He's right in front. That's next car up here. There's Peter. There's Wilco.
I'm used to seeing that bonnet in the rear vision mirror or very close. So, yeah, I didn't see it last night.
Jump on our friend. This is a good little battle, this group before. Rob Baxter holding on the 7th spot. Just need to hear what words of wisdom Pato was passing on to him as the spotter.
Something about transitioning. There's a bit of banter on that on the Discord today.
I did read that. All I know is that I got mentioned to me this morning that Peter didn't have a spotter, and being the other half of CX2, Peter was very disappointed, very upset that he had no spotter last night. Almost to the point where I was considering not racing next week just so I could spot for Peter.
Almost considering.
Almost.
No one needs a spotter at Red Bull.
The Naira fastest entry. He's under all sorts of pressure still. Oh, Adam Hughes. Does partake in some motorsport in real life. And was a former fast track coach. Not 100% certain, but I believe may have worked even with the famous Gunter.
Ah, yes. I did hear that on the screens.
Yeah, Adam will be one to watch over there as he gets his head around the league and racing. But
It's getting quicker and quicker.
yeah, next season, especially if he stays split 4.
Well, the rule book written as at the moment, and I don't think will change, considering entries go live next week. Top 5 automatically go up, irrespective of what comes down, what gets pre-qualified into the league. So to sum it up, if we're talking split 1 and we get 4 guys come into the league that are split 1 drivers, and our 5 guys go up, 9 guys will come down.
Well, that's going to mix it up.
And then same thing in split 2. If we get 4 new drivers in split 2, plus the 9 coming down, plus then we're going to push up 5 from split 3 into split 2.
Yep.
So what's that? 5, that's 14 coming down.
Goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So-
going to mix it up.
Yeah. Mind you, I don't think... Here we go. This is a great passing move here. Having a look. Andrew
Make
Nixon
it
on the
up.
outside. Oh! Power getting on the inside. Yeah, so to sum it up, we're basically saying that if you finish top 5, and that's based on your best results... Hang on to it, Mick. He's just blown what he just did there. Chinny about to have a look in this action as well. Yeah, so basically, if you've done 6 races, we average those 6 races, you get those points for 2 more to round you up to 8, same as everybody else. And then the best 5 drivers go up, irrespective of what happens with the ups and the downs. And as I was saying, I don't think there's going to be too many coming in based on our current numbers. We might only get, say, 10 drivers coming in. Depending on entries, but no entries go open to season 22 drivers first. As early as next week, they'll be open until 5 o'clock of round 10. Then after that, if you haven't entered, there's a fair chance you're going to miss out. So if you are listening to this, I would be keeping your eyes out for that over the next 7 days. And then yeah, that'll open up to the waiting list. There's nearly 20 guys on that wait list, so that will fill very quick. So there's a fair chance that you'll miss out if you're not quick on the gun. And then there's a few other little things we're introducing as well. Some changes to the Discord rules, some other little changes we're talking about doing. Some minor tweaks to the safety car rules, some minor tweaks in that area there. And then the other one we're looking at doing is basically if you miss 5 rounds without providing an explanation to management, you forfeit your right to stay in the league basically for the next season. You know, you've really got to let us, all it takes is a simple message. I'm out for 5 weeks. I'm going to Europe. No, that's fine. We understand people have holidays, but no, when people disappear for long periods of time without saying anything, we don't really know whether they're coming or going. And then come entry time, they drop another entry in and only do, say, 5 rounds. Again, you know, they're taking up spots that other people that are keen to come in. You know,
5 rounds is very generous. So
yeah,
it's like half the season.
Yeah, and all we ask is, you know, and we'll set up a Discord channel for it. You know, and I get tens of messages a week from drivers across all 4 splits. You know, as a DM, I'm out this week. Something's come up. You know, and that's all we're asking for. There's just a little bit of ownership of your position in the league, I guess. Where are we up to? Lap 22. That was a great battle there with Husey and Listener in the background. And I'm going to check a little bit further back. Darren Friend, Ross Watson. Watson's working his way through here. Nita Buckland in the middle of this action as well. Answer your question, Dane. There's 4.
4 seasons that run close to the iRacing seasons.
Yep. That's pretty much what we do. And lap 23, about the start for some of these guys. Lap 22, sorry. Great little battle of this group.
Andrew's one of the first pitters, but looks.
Yeah.
22nd.
Yep.
Like I was saying before, a few guys I thought came in too early for this second stop.
Yeah, you had to go long on tyres, that's for sure.
Yeah. 20 laps on one set of tyres.
Not bad enough on 8 laps.
Just check in on Wilco and Whiting again. Wilco having to yield a little bit here to Whiting.
Feels on a mission. Job done.
But that's the advantage of knowing the people you're racing. You can leave that room, and Phil probably knew that he was going to get the room.
It was good to see that Pete realised that his race wasn't with Phil Whiting and let him on through. Not screw up his race in any way, shape or form. Either one of them. More drivers don't do that.
There's definitely a lot more awareness. Blue flags. I didn't see any problems with blue flags last night. It's hard to
the lap
find
traffic
a
was
spot
awesome
here.
last night. They were brilliant, and they were actually picking battles to stay out of, like, let 2 cars through on the corner. Don't put yourself back in the middle. It's really well done.
I did well. Didn't tell Jim Caparonis that we're running a whole season of vets between the 1st of August and 10th September. Just have to call it the Caparonis Cup. Of course, we'll be running the over 50. Oi, Husey! Oi!
Oh.
Just
You
trying to
just jumped till you lose it.
Squirt.
nice little squirt there to get it spun around.
Sorry, John, was that an over 50s coming, is it?
The over 50s championship is coming as well, similar to what we've done with the over 60s. Same concept again, looking for volunteers from within the league to step up and fill roles.
What night is that gonna run on?
It'll be Monday night.
Okay.
Similar to what we're doing with the over 60s. Looking for somebody to broadcast it, someone to help commentate the broadcast with the broadcaster. Looking for someone to do race control, someone to be the safety car. Probably looking for two guys to do a little bit wide again, Husey. Looking for two guys to maybe two guys in race control. Yeah. Dave Holly about to have another look here.
Yeah, Dave was wondering what was going on. I think he was just trying to stay out of trouble.
Yeah, once your rhythm's gone after a moment like that when he's off in the grass, it takes a while to get back in, find the groove.
So just a bit of a recap. Brendan Zatera is our race leader at the moment. He's a good 8.8 seconds ahead of Ray Smith. That is a fair effort in itself. Smithy is 10 seconds ahead of Jeff Sanford. Jeff Sanford is 9 seconds up the road from Tommy DeWitt. Tommy doing very well, 8 seconds up the road from Daniel Schaefer. And 1.3 seconds back to Walden, and then a further 4 seconds back to Baxter. So some big gaps in the top part of the order. Baxter, and of course Baxter is 2 seconds ahead of Power, 1 second ahead of Chin. Hayes rounds out our top 10. So our race leader a long way back at the halfway point of our race here. So we're just past the halfway point. So plenty of action still to come. Thanks, Luke. Much appreciated. And Sean Vandermeer asking us how many over 50s are there? Well, this is the next issue we've got. There is 90 over 50s on our list. So the format will be round one will be a qualifying series or qualifying night where we will run 2 servers, possibly 3. Haven't made our mind up on the numbers yet. And we will then be doing the top 50 cars will qualify for the remaining series. So if you qualify P1 in that in that week, you will get the points for first. If you qualify 50th, you'll get the points for 50th. And that'll be your championship points moving forward into the next 4 rounds. So you need to have a good qualifying position to do very well in it. And then we'll be looking in season 3 this year to run an over 40 series as well, where we've got another 90 odd drivers. And the plan with that one is hopefully to try and run it in September when the Pro Series has a month hiatus. So we'll see how we go with that.
I assume they'll be sort of limited, like from 40 to 49.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So you have to be in the 40s to.
Yep. So everyone would remember to ask their age at the start of last season or start of this season. And that's the age bracket we're working off. So we're working off the age you are at the start of this year.
Sounds like you got a lot of admin to do, John.
It's a little bit of work in it, yeah. And then, of course, you're racing for the Golden Banner, of which Greg Sharp is leading the over 60s and Phil Marsh leading the over 70s. So definitely some interesting stuff moving forward. As these blokes are now on lap 26. There's my friend Chinny.
Oh, someone's off there.
That might have been Jason. Yeah, I've missed him. There he is, laying down some more tracks. Why do you hear those stones? It's quite scary when it's all grass.
There's a couple of quick cars there. Michael Power's just done his fastest lap of the race. Martin's just done his fastest lap of the race, and JT's done his fastest lap of the race.
Yeah, it's an interesting time to be on the circuit here. I sort of found coming out after the first stop, I set pretty quick times, then same thing with the second stop.
I felt pretty good with a bit more fuel in it too, I felt.
They're just throwing up everyone's pit laps, so still waiting for a few guys to come in for their second stop. But you can sort of see Andrew Listner in 16th is the leader of our two stoppers, hitting on lap 21. Walden, Wilkinson and Chin going in at 25.
Wilco's just hit pit lane.
Yeah, seeing a few guys rolling through. Wilco about to come out. Quick jump on Kevin O'Neill, sitting in 14th, doing quite well. And
I hope you get a pen there, John, because Luke Allman said he could help out on Mondays for race control.
yeah, I've already got that penciled in, don't worry. Of course, no, the idea is with this doing championship stuff, it's a voluntary free entry for drivers and voluntary. That's just the league showing its support to everybody that's been involved in the league as well. No, and it's about pitching in, helping, bit of mateship. We got Pete Baxter and Dean Logsdale doing the race control component at the moment. Ed Fox is helping me out with Brett Fisher in the comms. Hamish Munro jumped in with us this week. That's all a bit of fun. He's having a look. We've been waiting. Oh!
Oh, yeah, God.
Wow.
He's not scared. There we go.
I was just filled on that.
Looks like we're going to have to poke Ross Watson a little more often because he's falling asleep.
I was about to say, Ross Watson's falling asleep. He's probably waking up to my voice and having a nightmare. So it's going to go a bit further back. A few other battles. Marty Hughes here. Zatara's in. Oi, Vaughan.
Well saved.
Held. Yeah.
Done very well. And Zatara in. This was an interesting one too. This was a little bit early-ish.
Yeah, I told him not to.
You've got a 10-second lead. You're dictating. You just take your time. Wait for Sando to react, or number 2 to react. I suppose Ray had gone in, so I suppose it was a reaction to Ray, I guess.
Yeah, we saw Ray go in ahead of us, and I think he did a slightly shorter fill on the first stop. So I said to Zats, I reckon he's got a longer fill for this one than Brendan had. So I said, just, take it easy. Hit when you want. And you got the gap.
At most of it. So new race leader, Tommy DeWitt. Doing very well. Got a nice 8-second lead over Schaefer.
So Brendan's back out on track now. That 7-second lead's out to 10 seconds now.
So Brendan's quite comfortable. DeWitt getting the extra point.
Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't have enough fuel to stay out to try and get the extra.
Could be an interesting move, bearing in mind, don't forget too, that Smith did have a penalty hanging over his head.
Yeah.
So just going to check on our friend Marty Hughes. He's still battling away. Pacific Esports. Tucked up behind O'Neill. He's now 10 spots up. Great drive from Kevin. And now the other man a bit further up than that, of course, is our great mate Sean Slater.
Running long.
Jamie,
long.
I'm just laughing at Jamie. Probably chip in and do the sets. Yeah, you've done the sets for the over 60s, Jamie. They've all been pretty happy with that. I'll tell you what, we'll double what we're paying you now to do the sets for the over 60s. As DeWitt and Schaefer in. And then we've got Darren Friend sitting in 11th. He has Slater tucked up behind him. Lap 29. We've got DeWitt, Schaefer, Hayes and Power in the lane now. They're starting to see these guys roll through for their final stops.
Yeah, this is where I was hoping there'd be decent stops.
And
I'd just like to hear you're now in the top 10. I'll keep going.
so what voice pack do you run, Sean?
Stock.
Stock.
Yeah.
So you don't run the Jimmy Johnson cuss pack?
No. I do enough of that myself. I don't need it. Last thing I need is my spotter revving me up too.
Bit squiggly coming out there, Slats.
Yeah.
So easy on this track there. And so
I get a bit excited when you're chasing someone. You're like, come on, and it's a little bit more pain. I'm going backwards, not forwards.
Definitely working the wheel. Good run out of this one.
Yeah, this actually
slow down.
Yeah, it must have been because I was pulling up, and I thought, oh, weird. Take it.
Get out of the way. We're trying to see around the corner. The old bomb hole. I love this. Dip down, hook it in.
That was fun. That corner. Yeah.
This one's like Road America. It's that long right-hander. Understood,
Yeah.
City.
Oi, 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 oi. And into the lane.
Oh, yeah, that'll do.
Oh,
Those
stop.
tires are done.
Let's go back. Jason Chin. He's under a bit of pressure. We're putting a bit of pressure on our friend Rob Baxter.
Better looking.
Just check DeWitt. He's come back out in 8th. So he's still sitting in the top 10. Still got Holly, Whiting, Friend and Hughes in front of him in the pit again.
All that fuel you saved on the start, John, you haven't pitted since lap 12.
Might as well. That's the idea. The idea was to go a little bit longer in the first stop.
Yep.
They basically filled it at the first stop. So it was just a splash and tyres.
Yep.
The last stop. That was the plan.
Yeah, I was hoping for a early safety car so you could do something similar. But
I just figured going longer as well if a safety car did come, particularly after everyone pitted in that sort of lap 20-25. Safety car did come, then I was in a great position to drop in new tyres. Same time anyone else would have got changed for new tyres and filled it up and been fine. But of course, never came.
Brad's looking racy here.
Looking very racy. So I think we might have just missed something from our friend Mr. Slater.
nothing to see here.
You see here.
Cut away.
Uh,
Oh no, it might still be coming.
Maybe that I've buggered it up because it was a pit stop. Cold tyres. Woohoo!
Yeah, full tank cold tires.
Yep.
No
Slap
time.
happy.
Yeah. Thanks, John.
That's all right. not much to see here.
Yeah, I could see these three in my my relative for quite a while, and I was thinking, are they catching me? Are they not catching me? They were, yeah, like Sean said earlier, you could throw a blanket over them.
Yep.
And add Andrew to the mix as well.
He's coming. He's coming. There's my friend, Mr. O'Neill. I might have buggered that one. He's done his second stop now. He's back out. And another one falling victim to the cold tyres.
Yeah.
And Husey, bit of a
Wow, wait. Oh, that's a back marker as well.
back marker as well. But he's got Chinny right up behind him. Ross Watson looking a bit racy after that second stop.
So Marty's yet to stop. Tim and Martin
Yeah, Tim and Martin and me.
John.
and yourself, yeah.
Yeah. And Marty Hughes. Hey,
Ah,
listeners.
that's what happened to Marty. I was wondering, because he was right at my clacker, and I'm thinking, oh God, he's going to catch me, because I know how quick he is. And then he just dropped off. I didn't realise he hadn't pitted.
Kenny's still battling away with Hughesy.
No, you're always learning, Kevin, but yeah, it's a great league.
Oi!
Oh, no.
Chinny,
That's
you're
all
holding
that
that one. Yep.
That's the reason why we all shop on Thursdays. Best league to be in.
Yep. Dynamic
Soon to be
power.
Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and every other day, but Thursdays is
No,
still
no, it won't be every other day. I have commitments on Wednesday nights.
Okay.
I'll do some driving on my own at some stage.
Yes.
Definitely. Ooh, Darren having to defend on the inside there. Vicky Power. Oh, I can think it. So Listener's been in a battle pack the whole day, pretty much. Now these boys here trying to work their way through. There definitely some surprises in the ordering. Would have thought to have seen Hayes a little bit further up as Marty Hughes finally comes into the lane. Another great little battle pack here still with Chin, Adam Hughes and Ross Watson. Jump on here. Easy, putting a lot of pressure on Tommy DeWitt.
It's an understatement. He's reading the serial number off it there. Jeez.
He's not touching paint, he's touching cloth. Yeah, he's very close there for last.
It's very quiet in Discord last night with just Tommy and myself. Definitely noticed the missing gap of Worrell and Bulldog.
We had everyone in our Discord, but everyone was quiet because the concentration factor was just a lot higher this week.
Oh, he's having a look. No.
Can't do it there. It's not going to work. Oh, no.
No. Oh.
Had to open the door up a little bit of breathing space for Tommy. Jump back to the Michael Power Walden group with Lisner. Of course, our race leader 10 seconds up the road from second. He's 20 seconds up the road from third. He's 10 seconds up the road from fourth. So not too many battles at the pointy end. But still some great battles going on through the pack here on lap 34. Speaking, go a little bit further back. I'll just go back here to Marty Hughes. He's battling away with Wilco and has Sean Slater tucked up behind.
That makes more sense now that I knew about Marty's penalty. But this is epic. We all run now to the end of the race, making various errors and then letting someone pass and getting back past.
It's a good-looking battle pack. A little bit wide there from Wilco. Brad Hay saying Tommy put his car in a really good position all night. He's improving week by week, young Tommy DeWitt. Being mentored by Troy Stonestreet and Blake Warboys, so definitely
okay.
moving forward quite quickly. Marty Hughes asking where are we next? We go to Austria, to Spielberg to race at the Red Bull Ring. Hey!
Oh, wow.
That was Darren Friend slapping the fence. That one wasn't on my sheet. Let's go find another group. So Darren Friend's dropped back a little bit. Let's put Slater through. Okay, now having a bit of a look here.
Have he got any damage from that wall slap?
Oh, surely.
It looked pretty hard.
It was a big slap. And of course, going to Spielberg, Austria brings out Gunter, doesn't it? So our Discord will be very full again.
Just saying, get to the job.
Pretty much. Where is my uncle? These guys, this has been a great battle from these three.
All race long, goodness.
There's lap 35 of 42, so she's starting to tick down. Zatira looking very comfortable. He's out there by himself, representing player one. Ray Smith of Infinity Motorsport, the WD-40 livery. He's got himself a 20-second buffer back to Jeff Sanford. What are you thinking now, Jeff? You reckon you can still win this from here?
No, I could see. I reckon it looked to me like Ray was just happy with second, and I was happy with being in third. I just didn't want to make any mistakes.
You were half a second fast on that last lap.
Yeah, I found some speed late in the race. I did a 152.4 in practice because couldn't replicate it any other time.
I definitely had a good race. We haven't got caught up in anything. I think that's a bit of a bad luck story. I think it's been the case for you this season. So it's good to see you actually have a nice roll of the dice.
Yeah, some of them have been my fault. Some of them haven't. But that's racing, I guess. Only had like 6 incident points for the night, and 4 of those were me accidentally tapping Ray on the start line. Because I got a better start, and then he came across in front of me, and it was like bang, 4 points. I went, uh-oh. But it didn't cost me. I didn't have any black flags from it, so that was fine.
Definitely running fairly well. Going to go back, check out our friend Carl Pickering. Pico does all of our social media work and also works FIFO, so he's from Western Australia up to NT, so he covers a few miles in his day to day. Still manages time to get all of our links up and everything else, so that's off to Pico. Martin Lipsky keeping him honest though.
Oh. No.
Thought about it.
Yep. Whoa.
Oh, there's a chance too.
Oh, Pico!
Oh no.
Gets it back on.
Easy to do.
Allowed someone else through.
Hey.
Oi! Knew those new tyres would pay off. Yeah, definitely great racing though. Like plenty of action to see, but they've only really been minor glitches from everybody here and there. As Anita runs wide, but no, it's been very respectful racing by everybody and been good to watch. I really enjoyed last night, even with my indiscretion at the start.
I think it probably helped that everyone was unfamiliar with, well, I think everyone was unfamiliar with the track. Well, I'd never seen this circuit before.
First time Vets has been here.
Yeah, I'd never seen it before Sunday. So it was all a steep learning curve, but once you got it, it was pretty good.
He's going to check back on Marty Hughes. He's hunting down Vaughan in front of him, so that battle's not done and dusted. So some interesting movers. Andrew Lisner's up 9 spots into 6th. Brad Hayes is up 4. He's got himself into 5th. That's a reasonable recovery. He's done a lot of work to get there. Tommy DeWitt in 4th. That's good to see Tommy there. Sanford up 2 in 3rd. Smith's gained 1 to be in the 2nd. Ross Watson from the pit lane starts up 21 spots in 13th.
Huge.
Dave Holly is in 14th. Vaughan 15th. He's done well. He's held on to that. He qualified well. Hasn't made any major mistakes to put himself into too much trouble, which is great to see, holding his own. Husey down 14, but as we heard, he did have a pit lane penalty. Up 7 spots, Sean Slater in 17th. Wilco up 3 in 18th. Darren Friend in 19th. And Phil Whiting is in rounding out our top 20 at the moment. So Phil down 16 spots. I'll be a little bit disappointed with that. But there's still a couple of battles on track. Hayes trying to get himself into P4.
Yeah, Ross is doing all right, up 21. That's good.
Well, that's there. You've got to be happy with that if you're starting with pit lane.
That's right. It was Ross that had a pit lane, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, he lowered the tracks down, son. I think DeWitt's gone wide there trying to avoid that.
Saw that coming, yeah. See the whites of the eyes and the driver behind you.
Yeah. And it's going to go back to Jason Chin. He's
Is that
still
the fastest lap of the day for you, Slats?
Just punch it out, yeah. That might have been it, yeah. I only jumped in 20 minutes before qualifying, so I was trying to find my way around the track. It's fun watching some of the quicker cars because you could actually sort of pick up the lines. Some of the corners you could cut, and some of the ones you couldn't.
Yep.
I did say to Tommy that you were cheating coming in 20 minutes before instead of 5.
Well, I needed some extra time on this track, John. I didn't know it. I don't think I did an actually clean lap in practice. I just kept throwing it off. I thought this would be fun.
You've done well.
It's handy when you've got cars around your same pace, and then you can sort of just track around, follow and learn it.
Yeah. So getting towards the end. Brendan, of course, already on lap 39 of 42. A little bit of traffic.
Keeping an eye on Tommy and Brad here. I still didn't feel safe.
I had him in my relative at this stage, and I thought, you know what would be a good result? Finish on the lead lap. So I was pushing bloody hard at this stage. See, I was 5 seconds up the road from him. He was coming. Go back on board Timmy Hall. He's sitting right behind Phil Whiting.
Phil must have had another couple of offs, did he?
Yeah, I think he had the one main one, I think. He had the two a little bit deep from Tim. Did anyone else find with Montreal, if you stayed a metre or two off the curb, off the inside ripple strip, you got a lot more drive through the corner?
I stuck to the ripple strip like nothing else. I didn't even try going wide.
Just broadcasting the over 60s. Broadcasting the over 60s, it was quite surprised the amount of drive people had too wide. So I sort of started leaving a metre off the curb and just found I just got that little bit more drive out of it. Like you said, you watch other people, you pick up things, and that was one of them.
Yeah, this corner here too, like just wider. I was hugging curves, but
Tim not doing too bad here.
he's doing really well.
Of course, you got Martin Lipsky behind him.
I'll just say to anyone watching, smash that like button, please.
Less like and subscribe. Don't forget that one. I always forget that one. Get to remind people
Usually
that one.
Anita that's in the chat and reminds people. You may have already done it. I just missed it.
No. I don't even think of it, to be honest.
I get it out of the way. Once you put it in the broadcast info chat, I come across to YouTube and I go, notify me and like. Get it out of the way nice and early.
Here comes Martin. He's a bit hot.
Oh,
Oi.
Next lap's not going to be faster than this one.
No. Thank you very much.
Oh,
it's a nice
break.
Yeah,
John's on a break even.
Yep. Go back up with Tommy. He's still under a fair bit of pressure from Brad Hayes. Looks like he's got a little bit of a breathing space on the penultimate lap.
Yeah, I saw a late call from Brad over the radio, so I thought something happened. And now I'm feeling safe.
Of course, Brendan Zatira well and truly out in front. Comes around through Oggies. Driving very well. Good to see. Laying the gauntlet down a bit for Ray now, so 3 rounds to go after this one. I think the championship is still well and truly open. McMillan missing probably makes it a little bit harder for him. bit of a bad luck story in a few races for McMillan. Hayes has a bit to do, I think, leaving himself back in 5th. We'll
Yeah, I
have a
saw
look.
Shannon's incident last week unfold in front of me, and it was like, oh, that was unfortunate for him.
Oh, but just like at Brands Hatch to hit the wall and roll the car, like not just hitting the wall, but hit the wall and then the car rolls. It's like, you got to be kidding me.
We've all been on the roof at least once, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yep.
I know Slats has been there for the Nürburgring. No,
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah, whatever it is. I remember that driving past you a couple of times.
Sliding across the road upside down. Very weird in VR, by the way.
Yep.
They're on the last lap.
Yeah, we are on the last lap. Brendan Zatera leading him up in the Agostini for the final time.
Faultless from Brennan. Jeez.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think. I think he finished with 0x.
Can't remember that one.
Yeah, he was saying I think it was him,
He's
that he had a 0x. So
yeah, faultless. Especially with the pressure of Ray being behind him, knowing that our quick race in all season, he's snatched pole and then gone on. Brilliant.
I can see Smith there. It's basically the length of the Bentley straight ahead of him. That is a great result for Brendan Zatera. These boys have come down from split 3 and they have all put their hand up to say they want to go back. They definitely.
And they can. See you, fellas.
don't let the door hit you in the. No, it's been good fun.
Here he is.
And that is our race winner. And the next man to come around is the man that had won the last 3 races, but he won't be winning this one. Ray Smith home in 2nd.
Yeah, good drive.
Good drive. And the double up, player 1 on the podium. Here comes Jeff Sanford.
Yeah.
Team SA represent.
Yeah, that's it. I think it's our first ever double podium for player 1.
Congrats, guys. Nice one.
Done very well. Tommy DeWitt still got a bit of work here to do.
Yeah, there's not enough of a draft advantage.
Tommy getting home from Hayes. Andrew Lisner up 9 spots. Gets himself
Nice work,
in.
Andrew.
Mick Power up 6 in the 7th. Darren Walden in 8th. Daniel Schaefer in 9th. Rob Baxter comes around the corner. He's going to bring it home just in front of the hard charging Jason Chin for 10 and 11. And then Ross Watson, he's going to bring it home up 22 spots from pit lane in 12th.
Okay.
Adam Hughes, 13th. And Dave Holly, Marty Hughes will be 15th. 16th, Sean Slater up 8 spots. That's a great effort from Sean. Wilco in 17 up 4. Vaughan Robinson going to finish in 18th. Phil Whiting in 19th. And Tim Hall rounds out our top 20, sorry. And come back around. Someone else finished 21st. Up 1 spot in the end.
Uh-oh.
Someone out of fuel?
Darren Friend out of fuel.
It's going to push. Here we go.
This is after the race, though.
Oh, okay. That's all right then.
Yeah. It's all right. We might just tap on that one. Head over to Mr. Zatera, who is our race winner. Not with us in the chat tonight, but we do have the man in P3 from the same team. And I think Brendan would have been pretty chuffed with that, Jeff.
Yeah, he was well deserved too. He's put in some pracky this week and yeah, he was happy to finish ahead of Ray.
He's done very well.
Yeah.
Done very well. And the other man, of course, in second, Ray Smith from Infinity Motorsport. Ray been in with us a few times, and everyone knows their main sponsors, of course, of WD-40 and a few of the others there. And of course yourself, Jeff, on the podium, mate. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been. Well, I've only ever won it, split 3, and the third here is a second podium. So it's good fun. I like being up that far.
You drove well, mate. It was a incident-free race. Like I said, you've been sort of caught up in a few incidents, a couple of mistakes yourself, and quite a few with others. So it was actually good to see you put it all together, make it work.
Yeah. I mean, we've all been there with incidents and stuff like that. So it's just the way it goes sometimes.
Anyone you want to give a shout?
Well done, Jeff. That's a great qualifying to get there too, like getting up front and then keeping it there. Well done, mate.
Yeah. No, just the usual shout out to the league sponsors. This league is just amazing, and like I've been in for a while now. I think I started in season 17, and it's just gone from strength to strength. It's really good. We love it, and all the sponsors that are on board, RaceKraft, WK&P, and all those guys. I don't know the list, sorry, unfortunately, but it's just much appreciated, and then we appreciate being able to do what we do, and the guys that give up their time, like Race Control. Yeah, it's just great fun.
Too easy.
I ran out of fuel here.
I thought it was a nice team photo.
Yeah, I thought this is really good.
That's what I did it for, and then I did it burn out, and then I ran out of fuel.
And of course, boys, we've got one more job to do, and that is driver of the day. Any thoughts?
I reckon Ross Watson or Andrew. Both, like to come from pit lane start up 22 spots, that's pretty good. But Andrew had a good race up 9 spots. Other than that, to keep Ray at bay, maybe he's Zats, but yeah, I'm biased in that regard.
Any thoughts, Sean?
Yeah, I like Andrew. I think that's a great effort to get up to 6, 0 off tracks, clean race, worked hard for it. Well deserved.
Yeah, I think that's probably going to be the one I reckon we roll with. I think to come up and hold his spot in the top 10 like that.
And look how fast he was going.
He was moving.
And we'll do that one, of course, for Andrew Listener. So congratulations, Andrew, on Chubby Bun's driver of the day.
Representing it once again.
There we go.
Congrats, Andrew. Great race. Well done.
Yep.
Too easy. So next week, boys, we are off to Red Bull Ring. So as we talked about, we've all raced there before. Not in Gen 3, but we've all done plenty of laps there before. So that's not a track you really got to learn left and right. But it will be interesting to see how the Gen 3 cars drive at that circuit. And, of course, as we all know, this car is not a slipstream tow hog like the old car was. So I think it's going to be very interesting just to see how hard people have got to work to get off out of the outer corner and get out off the top, at the top of the hairpin. There are going to be 2 corners that are going to be so important to get good drive out of, give yourself half a chance to attack. So looking forward to seeing how it all goes.
Yeah, I agree. I think next week's track, Red Bull, is going to suit the car. I think we're going to see nice clean passing on it, because I think you'll be able to get those runs and actually have enough time to get there, and not like tonight where you're getting to a point where you just couldn't make the pass without making a dive. I think Red Bull's going to suit the car next week, so I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, definitely.
And another clean race.
Yeah, we find as we get towards the end of the season, the races get cleaner. So I'm hoping that pattern continues.
exactly.
And then, of
You
course,
can
after
see that, John. Sorry, I cut you off there, but you could see last night from the penalty reports across all 4 splits. You know, it was really clean by everyone. So yeah, absolutely. As the season's going on, you know, everyone's learning how each other's drives and how the league works. So yeah, should be a good one.
And of course, for 3 rounds left, we have a 150k sprint race at Sandown after Red Bull, and then we have the no drop round for round 10 at Phillip Island for an enduro of 300Ks. That's going to be very interesting in these cars.
How many laps is that going to be?
Off the top of my head, I couldn't tell you, but there's quite a few laps.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to
I was
remember.
sweating bullets last night. So
I was only 200K, so
yeah.
no, it'll be good. I'm looking forward to the enduro, and calendar for next season's pretty much just about set. Will be publicised shortly when we go to set up the 23. When we set up the season 23 Discord channels, the calendar will be in there. It is a cracker of a calendar. I think it's probably one of the best calendars we've had for a long time.
Nice.
And it is basically just following the officials as well. So Bruce, if iRacing adopt what Bruce has given them, it will be a cracking season in officials next season as well. So yeah, we'll see how that all rolls.
Nice. Back of the hand maths, 130 odd laps of Phillip Island.
Yeah, I could quickly look that up. If you give me 2 seconds, I probably should do the right thing.
68 laps. We'll get this there. 68 laps.
68, yeah, I think 68 sounds about right.
4.5 kilometres.
So everyone,
Calendar, shouldn't it?
everyone thinks I know the rule book back to front. Should there it is. Phillip Island, 68 laps. There you go.
Yeah.
Gold star for you, Sean.
May have used to calculate.
There you go.
49 at Sandown and 47 at Red Bull. So,
Awesome. Yeah.
and what's more scary is I got that file on speed dial. So,
Looking forward to it.
yeah, as I said, new regs will come out. Have a bit of a read of those when they do. There is a few changes already in it, and trying to get our rules advisory group going to discuss some other little things that the committee want looked at. Yeah, if Coleman asking anything without noise is a good calendar. Coleman, you were in the committee meeting when we discussed the calendar, and of course, a certain member of management wasn't in the committee, so hence the reason why noise isn't in the calendar. I'll say no more to that. Yeah, on that note, a huge thank you to Jeff, Mark, and Sean for jumping into the basement, joining me this evening. Been another great night of racing, and a huge thank you to everybody out in the chat. Plenty of comment going on, plenty of action. All the best, everybody in there as well. And of course, on that note, a huge thank you as well to our league sponsors, Logitech, Nova SimSports, RaceKraft Simulations, and of course, Parramatta Isuzu Utes, and Player One and Logitech. So a huge thank you to those guys. Without those guys, and of course, Sudspeed as well. Without those guys, the league doesn't happen as well as what it happens. We've managed to beat the inflation, cost of, what do they call it? Bloody cost crisis. We've kept race fees the same for 2 years now, and they'll be the same again next season. I think that's a pretty estimate to the work that we do. So big thank you to those sponsors for allowing us to do that. And a big thank you, of course, to all the other drivers in all the other splits as well. 200 blokes, all get along, all enjoy it, all love it, which is what I really enjoy. I come back and do what I do. And of course, finally, a huge thank you to our race control team, Dave Coleman and the boys. I can confirm, not so much sure about safety car drivers, but I can confirm that we've pretty well much got the same teams next season as well in race control, which is a fair effort in itself in the league and provides consistency. And yeah, I'm pretty chuffed that, you know, what we do and what you guys do on track is testament for those guys wanting to come back. I know race control is not an easy gig, and I know it's hard work, so very much appreciate what they do.
Yeah, well said, John. It's a thankless task, but we need them, so appreciate their every week.
Yeah, and
Exactly.
I've been doing the race director's role for the Pro Q series, and yeah, I've been lucky because I'm very well supported by a very, very experienced group around me, but it's bloody hard work, and I'm not even doing the steward decisions for that. I'm just doing the race control decisions, so it's like, yeah, I really, really appreciate what those boys do. Anyway, on that note, we might wrap the broadcast up, and we will see everybody again next week. So thanks for watching.
Good night, everyone.
Cheers all.
See you,
Introducing the RaceKraft PT1 custom-built full chassis racing simulator. The design project, codenamed The Cage, an 80/40 extrusion chassis sitting on top of a Sigma Integrale DK2 Plus 4-point full motion actuator system. No compromises in the cockpit of the PT1 simulator. To maximize the experience, we start with a 49-inch ultra-wide monitor for the greatest field of view in a small footprint of the simulator, down to the SimuCube wheelbase that's tucked up and behind the monitors with SimCore extensions to get things out of the driving area. Everything is connected to a Cube Controls GTX steering wheel with the built-in dash and all the extra button functions available at your fingertips. Driving through the Raceworks S1 pedals, the potentiometer throttle and the 2 hydraulic pedals for brake and clutch ensures you maximize the feel underfoot, and seating yourself into an OMP HTER bucket racing seat with OMP belts connected to a G-belt tensioner to provide that extra feeling and the heightened experience while you're driving. Additional interfaces and accessories in the PT1, we have twin butt kickers, one on either side of the OMP seat, as well as a Jinx sequential shifter, the SimPush Race Logic timer to the left-hand side, a RaceKraft built-in WinSim kit with Philips Hue lighting and a built-in soundbar, plus the OMP side net to finish off the experience in the PT1. The RaceKraft PT1, build number 1, the ultimate in sim racing experience, combining the best products in the market with the passionate, no compromise approach that goes beyond racing simulation.